This is why I love the valley though. As we get towards the back, I want you to look way back to your left here in a moment, like you're looking out towards the ocean. And take a look at this view coming up. Don't forget to look up around her too. Consider the waterfall a bonus because it's normally not here. These are pretty unique cliffs too. These are called fluted cliffs, although sometimes you'll hear them called cathedrals. This area goes up about 4,000 feet. Now that bigger beach to our right, that's Kalalau. That's where the Napali Trail ends. 11 miles one way, about 9 hours one way. In the summertime, people will paddle to it. It's a lot faster. The water's just too rough right now. But I bet you if you look closely, you might see some people down there. This is the valley you would have been looking into when you drove to the end of the road up in the canyon, Bob. This is the Kalalau Valley. Been a guy living in this valley 15 years now. He's basically just squatting the valley, living off the land. It's totally illegal. There's actually about 24 people now that do that. As we sail into the mystic. I can now hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. See if I can show you what this Napali Trail looks like. Keep in mind that some parts of the trail are only about 8 inches. So what I'm going to show you might seem pretty narrow to you, but it's really one of the wider parts of the trail. Yeah, when the foghorn blows, I want to hear it. Don't have to fear that I want to rock your gypsy soul. The trail, I would say if you're looking down low to your right, you can see it just below you there. There's a couple of people just about to round the corner. That's the easy part of the trail down there. The hard part of the trail, you should look it up online later on. There's a bunch of videos about it. It's called Crawler's Ledge. You'll still see the trail down to our left too. There's this little sea cave approaching down here. There's a small waterfall going across it. Just on this side of it, if you notice that narrow line down there, that's it. Sits anywhere from 300 to 500 feet off the water. Usually you feel a little bit of wind coming off the corner right here. And, you know, in the summertime you'll see people kayak Napali. I've seen people swim parts of it, stand up paddle. The reason people don't really mess with it during the winter and spring is because the waves are just too big. 15 to 25 feet is average. Although this past winter, for 2 separate days, we had waves reach 50 feet. People went surfing every day, made no difference. You can see when you look at the shoreline down there, it's still just a little too rough for kayaks. Not going to be getting into any caves just yet. Water's not very deep right here though. It's all stirred up from the rain the last couple of days, but it's only about 40 feet deep here. I think once you get a little further north, you'll be able to see the bottom. Should be a teeny beach approaching around the corner to our right. That's Hanakapiai. That's the first 2 miles of the Napali Trail. Take you about an hour to hike to that beach right there. You don't want to swim there though. That's a really dangerous rip current. In fact, what looks like little tornadoes in the water down there, that's all rip current. You start at KA Beach if you're going to do that though, which is straight ahead. KA is where the road ends on the North Shore. It's a great sunset. It can be some real nice snorkeling, and it's lifeguarded. They'll let you know. You can already kind of make out what makes it special, though. The shape of the coral up there creates a little lagoon closest to us. So as long as those waves don't get too big, it can be really nice.
Can you drive down to it, or do you have to hike?
To KA?
Yeah.
The road ends there. Highway 56 stops at KA Beach.
Cool.
Yeah, you got to hike to the Hanakapi one. Yeah. Actually, KA Beach looks really glassy. It looks nice. Super nice. Let's change it for perspective here for a minute.
KA Beach is good for snorkeling, right?
Say again?
KA Beach is good for snorkeling?
It looks like it right now. It's not always a guarantee, but as long as the waves don't get any bigger, because right now the swells are supposed to be hitting the South Shore, so it usually means the North Shore will be smoother. Take a look at this view. As we swing around, you can look right back down the Napali coastline, about 11 miles. Beautiful view.
Have you hiked it?
I have. I also flew for search and rescue for many years out here, so I've landed and hoisted from every angle of that trail you can think of. And some places you'd never dream. That's very clear for Napali. Normally the clouds hang much lower than they are right now. Also, if you notice that waterfall way back in the valley to your left, that's Hanakapi Falls. You can also hike to that. That turns it into 8 miles round trip instead of 4. That's Napali looking south to your right. About the same time, you're also going to notice there's some waves in a circular shape off to your left out there off that peninsula. That's Tunnels Reef. There's a right and a wrong place to snorkel tunnels. I'll show you both. See, if you look at the water there at KA, see how nice and calm it is right now? Already got people in the water too. I'd say it looks good. Tunnels is a little different. You have to park inside this bay approaching up here, but you don't snorkel there. See how further up ahead it looks like the beach disappears around the corner? You want to be up in that area. That channel is about 50 feet deep that runs parallel to the shoreline. Now because it's deeper water, that usually means there's more sea turtles hanging out, still lifeguarded. This also happens to be the same reef that if you ever saw the movie Soul Surfer, this is where she was bit for real. About a week after that happened, they ended up killing that tiger shark. I'd say the water looks pretty nice at Tunnels too, really. That's really quite glassy. You can see what I mean, that deep channel parallel to the shoreline out there. It's a little unnerving maybe the first time you come off that coral reef and it drops off 50 feet in front of you, but I think it's kind of fun. And you know when you're close by too, because that town right there called Ha'ena, it's all built on stilts. It's a way to protect the homes from storm surges, even though nothing like that's happened here since the 40s. And this just goes to show you how much the water changes out here. So where that boat is down to our left here, you'll get a lot of divers here in the summertime. But in the winter, this is where all the pro surfers hang out. How much it changes. That's 50 feet deep to your left right there. Dark spots are coral, light spots are sand. And there's Princeville. See that huge building on the cliffs, St. Regis? The curve-shaped bay is Hanley Bay. Make sure if you go to Hanley Bay till you get out to that pier at some point on the far side. The Hanley Pier is one of the nicest sunsets on the island. You can park your car right on the beach. People like to jump off the pier. Nice boogie boarding, nice surfing. And I think today is the last day for the Pine Trees Classic. So if you want to watch the surf competition, it's in the middle of the bay. You'll see all those tents out there on the far side. It's mostly longboarders, a little more relaxed surfing, nothing too aggressive, but fun to watch. This is called Lumahai Beach. Neat place to watch big waves, but a very dangerous rip current. Not a lifeguarded beach right here. Now see what I mean about the pier? See how it's just a little flatter right there, nice and glassy compared to the rest of the bay? Right where all those boats are parked over there. Now you can see all the tents, that's where the competition is right there. This is the North Shore. This is the rainy side. That's why they grow all the taro up here too. You see these fields down below with the water in them? Taro is where poi comes from. Something you'll probably try if you go to Luau. I would